Xbox on.
Game on, baby! Wow!
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit. I am this week's host, Old Man Ross, and I'm joined by everyone's favourite uncle. It's Uncle Jessy.
What's going on? Not my tomatoes!
And it's the Rhys train, baby. It's Rhys.
Woo!
It's cool, baby.
Yeah, it's cool. He's cool. He's too cool for me.
I would agree with that, to be fair.
Cool. I'm sorry, Coltrane. Forgive me.
But anyway, as you can probably tell, guys, it's Gears release day.
Woohoo!
Well, when we record this.
Actually, yeah.
Unless you shelled out cash and got it early.
Yes,
but none of us did that, right? Like, none of us really are that into the game, so...
So we usually start with what we've been playing. So since Friday at a minute past midnight, I have basically non-stop played Gears of War.
Nice. Jealous. Very jealous.
The original, I've not played the new one. No, I've been playing Gears of War 4 since Friday. I've finished the campaign. I've done about 5 horde matches. I've even jumped into some versus multiplayer. So I need to talk about it,
thrashed?
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get thrashed, to be honest. But hey, wow. Just
pretty good then.
It's fantastic. I am spoiled. I've had Recore, I've had Horizon, now I've got Gears. It's just like, can this year get any better?
Yes, it can. Dead Rising's right around the corner.
I was thinking, oh, thank God, my wallet is safe. And now look what you've reminded me of.
Oh, and plus Battlefield later this week.
Yeah.
For anybody, that's EA access.
Oh,
and don't forget Farm Simulator. So.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I went to Gamescom in Germany, okay?
Yeah.
Farming Simulator is no joke.
It's
They
big.
had a bigger stage than Microsoft. I am not joking. They had an actual tractor and like other farm equipment and a huge stage with people dressed as cows and like a fake guard. And the crowd around it was huge. It's serious business in Germany, Farming Simulator.
On something quite contrasting, at EGX a few weeks ago, there was all these machines set up with like random games. It was like a chill out area, and not once did I see anyone ever playing Farming Simulator. It's not the type of game that you go to a conference and think, I'm going to plough some fields.
Well, I mean, I heard...
You might go do that.
I heard rumors that Farming Simulator... In fact, I heard this from Emma at Rare, that she heard that Farming Simulator sells more than Halo in Germany.
Wait, what?
Really? I have to look that up.
What's someone to do with Gears anyway?
If someone is listening, tell us all about that. Gears is really unimportant. It's all about Farming Simulator.
Did you guys see Farming Simulator?
Did you guys see the Farming Simulator theme that I made last year to celebrate the release?
No, I did not. I don't remember that one.
It was pretty amazing because it released on the same day as The Witcher, and we put that one up first. and everyone was like, and then like Major Nelson was in like a board meeting, and he just sort of spun his Surface around to show everyone, like, look at this crap right here. Is what I'm dealing with. It was pretty funny. Speaking of themes, and speaking of the topic that I know Ross wants to keep talking about.
I hate yous right now. You just won't let me talk about it.
Go. Okay, go. Tell me about everything.
Right,
well, let's before we get too into this, keep it. I haven't played the game. I am a big fan of Gears campaign as well. So you can go into some things. Just don't go too spoiler
free.
Yes.
Okay. There's robots.
Man.
There is the Swarm.
Yep.
There is cover-based shooting.
The Swarm. That's there's like Diet Horde, right? As in Diet grubs.
Locust.
Thank you. I was just thinking Grub.
Like the game is phenomenal. If you're a Gears fan, or even if you're not, it really gives you everything. And the one thing that will always stick with me through this is the weather in the game is unbelievable and affects the play so much. It's got the right balance of storytelling and action, and every single moment that I was playing it, I just didn't want it to end. I was seeing the chapters like moving through it, and I really just didn't want it to end. Honestly,
Okay.
I was gutted when I reached the end.
I've got a couple of questions that are mildly spoilerish, but not too bad. You can start humming with your fingers in your ears if you want to, Clay. But is there is there the standard Gears trope of a vehicle level?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They because Gears 3 they tried to change it up for 4-player co-op, but now it's back to only 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and my
I
next
played through the whole campaign in 2-player co-op.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question. Is how is the split screen performance?
It was good for me. I'm half blind, so resolution doesn't bother me.
No, who cares about that? I'm talking about performance. Does it run well?
I had no issues. I had no issues whatsoever.
Can second player earn achievements?
Yes, second player was earning achievements.
Oh, Christ! I hate when that happens. They don't let second player earn achievements.
Well, the thing is there is an achievement for finishing in co-op as well as finishing each section. So
that's good.
Excellent. Yeah, they did that before with the previous version.
Yeah,
and because I was playing it like Friday and Friday night, every single one of them was rare.
Oh wow!
Nice.
That's actually a topic we have for later.
Yeah, we'll chat about that.
But for me, I absolutely love the campaign, but they've really mixed up Horde mode, and as I alluded to a couple of weeks ago, it does borrow a lot from Judgment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a fabricator, and that's what you build with. And every time you kill someone, they drop power for the fabricator. You collect the power, and you have to bring it back to the fabricator that allows you to build. You've then got different classes that have got different perks and different skills, and those perks and skills level up, so you get more of a bonus. So
I didn't know there was classes.
Yeah, the Horde mode has progression, essentially.
Okay.
It wasn't just get to 50, it is the more you play, the more you'll unlock, essentially, to help you.
Ross, can you can you explain what are the class? I know there's like a runner class, and then there's a soldier.
Scout,
what are the
soldier,
other
engineer, and heavy?
What's
I think
the
there's another
difference?
one, but I haven't seen. Engineer's got a repair tool. Now,
so
anyone
can run around
buy,
repairing anything?
Yeah, anyone can buy a repair tool. That's one thing to note. But the engineer starts with it, and it's expensive to buy.
Okay.
But repairing things cost power, of course. The heavy guy I had, he can carry more ammo and more explosive items, for example. The scout has got a larger pickup range for picking up power and can be quicker. They have their perks, and it's worthwhile. We were in a team, my wife and I, must have been last night actually, and there was one from every class, and I noticed a difference. When everyone was doing their job.
Okay.
But the one thing is, if you're playing Gears, get on your mics, guys. This is a team-based game. We need to hear you on your mics.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Gears. It's actually really funny as me as a mod, because I have to deal with the really angry, disenfranchised Xbox gamers that you guys don't normally see, and that's a lot of people who like jump on the Gears hype train, because Gears is like this big franchise. They don't actually realize that it's incredibly hardcore for its multiplayer scene. Yeah. So they jump on expecting casual 360 no scopes, and they get decimated, and they cry, nerf, help me, and the developers go, no,
it's not happening. I actually saw someone posted earlier today a smaller topic around the new, looking for a group feature that I think is part of the preview program, and was saying that they had played a few rounds and no one has mics, and then randomly tried out this new thing that's going to be part of the core Xbox experience, and said right away it found a group. It was adults only, which kind of sounds bad. Adults only and requiring a mic.
I'm not so sure I agree with you there.
So, what kind of kit are you wearing tonight?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, kit.
Yeah, a kid, not a kid.
This podcast, whenever I get on it, things just go weird.
Go awry. So, Ross, you had mentioned before to me in passing that is this version of Horde mode more difficult than previous versions?
Yes, I would say certainly on standard, but I feel as if it's got a progression. Like, what I plan to do is, when I've got enough time to sit down, is do to 50 with a set squad on casual. And then my leveling up should have got my character a little bit better to do on standard, because I can only get to sort of late 30s in standard so far. Yeah, I'm not as good as what I think I am.
Wait, they've got character progression as well in this?
Yeah, he said
yes.
that.
Yes, so each class, you can level up the class, and that will update their skills.
Jeez.
You know, this trend of no mics, I'm really scared of what's going to happen when the new Rare game, Sea of Thieves, comes out. Because having played that on several occasions, but I mean that's the problem. Like you need some army hearties.
Yeah.
If no one is talking, it's gonna be nasty.
Because in that game you really do have to in order to.
Quite literally need
one person steering, but they can't see correct or something like that. And
yeah,
then
you can't.
Someone else
If you're steering, you can't see past the sails, so that someone else has to direct you where to steer. So yeah, no, guys, get on your mics.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
if anyone's got mics and wants to play with me, my gamer tag is Ross M 1984.
Ooh,
Original.
Yeah.
dangerous.
So is that all? Have you got it out of your system yet?
Sort of, but the whole time I'm thinking when I'm podcasting is I could be playing it. Instead, I'm talking to you two goofs.
Is that why you sounded really down and upset when you first got on here? Like,
Yeah, a little bit. Plus, you wouldn't let me
Good point.
talk about it at the beginning. So,
well, no, we had to save it.
like, it's perfect at the moment because the 3 games are out. So the Recore and the Forza Horizon and this are all so different. I don't know if I need any other games till Christmas.
That's true. They are completely, and then again we'll have Battlefield, which I think a ton of people are going to be picking up, and then, which is a bit different than all of these because it's first person, and then there is Dead Rising, zombie third person, should be a hell of a lot of fun.
I cannot wait for Dead Rising. My girlfriend in particular is a huge fan of Frank West.
Mr. West.
No, he's Frank West. Mr. West is his father.
Yeah, that's right.
He's covered wars.
Ross, I want to know from you. You've played through the game. I think there were some people that had some concerns over the coalition taking over. Is it? It sounds like it's in pretty good hands. Wanted to get it directly from you.
In Rod, we trust.
Okay. I actually wait. Let me just jump in here. Let's codify this. What is your favorite Gears?
Gears 3.
Gears 3. Okay, I agree with you. Actually, a lot of people don't, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gears 1 for me.
So,
First
okay,
one.
what I want you to do, Ross, and this is going to be really difficult, and it's going to make everyone who's listening hate us. I want you to rank your favorite Gears, top to bottom.
Yep.
Top to bottom. Judgment doesn't count. We all know it's on the bottom.
Like 3 days of having Hand on 4, you're asking me to rank it against the other Gears?
Yep.
Life's difficult, my friend.
Yeah,
3,
you
4,
heard
1, 2.
3, 4, 1, 2.
Wow. 4's right up there.
And the only reason why is I never get into Horde on Gears 2. And
No,
there's
me
a
either.
terrible bit of a vehicle on the ice as well. I didn't like that. And
I thought Gears 2 had the weakest campaign, actually.
yeah, I would probably agree with you there. Gears 1 ranks above 2 just because it was Gears 1, and I'm quite familiar because of Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, and not just that, though.
Basically.
The Gears 1 campaign was really nice.
It was really good.
I mean, this had so many amazing moments, like the first time you fight a berserker, the driving the vehicle through the night with your friend on the spotlight, or even your friend having to move through the dark while you kept the spotlight focused on them. It's so many really well designed.
I didn't like that Gears 1, yeah.
That might have been one of my premier 360 titles that really made me go, holy hell, this is amazing.
I'll tell you what then, right, so you know that feeling you got in Gears 1 when enemies were revealed to you?
Yeah.
You get that again in Gears 4.
Oh.
Except for all the robots.
It's like
DBs.
The fact that I thought that the Swarm were basically the Locust Zero diet Locust, So if you actually still get that, then I'm quite excited now.
Yeah, no, you do. They're right to have ended the trilogy essentially when they did, and are starting sort of afresh with this new one. And as I said, there's a few moments where you just look at what you've got to fight and go, whoa. It's got that Zerker moment the first time you lay eyes on the Zerker. It's got that moment.
Oh, great.
So the campaign for me, yeah.
I'm not going to be able to pick it up until the end of the month at the earliest, maybe even next month. But so if all of you could really just do your best not to talk to me, I'm talking not to you guys, but just to the internet, just leave me alone so that I can not be spoiled by the time I can buy this game, please. I think I might take this is a good time for a sabbatical actually from the internet. I'll just walk away.
Yeah. But if you're on the fence about this and you're thinking, I just don't know. Take it from a Gears fan, you will not be disappointed with this game.
Great.
Ross, one last question I have for you. That I want to know what your opinion is about JD. Did he, by the end of the game, has he grown on you as a character?
He's the opposite of Marcus.
So he's a whiny little bitch.
Marcus is all quite negative, isn't he? JD's probably quite a positive person.
Okay.
You.
That's what I'm going to say is he does enough to not just be Marcus Jr., if you know what I mean. He has his own individual character. I personally preferred the supporting cast over JD. But, yeah, you can see where they're going with him, and I'm sure they'll develop the character over the next coming games. So, yeah.
Sounds great. Clay, what have you played this week?
Well, I think you guys might know. But...
Oh, yes. Why did I even ask?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, no, it's not working. You see, we introduced Clay to a different game, Everspace. We're like, let's wean Clay off Rainbow Six, get him interested in a different game, and now it's all
all I am playing,
all you're tweeting about.
I absolutely love Everspace, and I just ran into a black hole the other night, I was like, wait a minute, what is this? And then if you get too close, it starts sucking you in, and once it starts sucking you in, you can't really get out. It's the game is so much fun, and I keep going back to it. They've built such a really good mechanic into that game that just keeps making me want to play one more run. I keep upgrading my ship, and then I'm going, all right, I got to test it out now. And I keep finding new upgrades or different loadouts that you can unlock or build. If you guys aren't playing this and you're into, I'm not really a big, huge space shooter, but this game really has me hooked. It's more or less an arcade-style space shooter that is just friggin' awesome. And it's not even fully released yet, which is just amazing to me. So there's even more content than what I'm playing coming, and I can't wait to see the final build of this. But it's in the preview programs. Check it out. There's a free trial that I think it's a 1 hour trial, and then it's right now is $30 to buy in advance. So I picked it up and have not regretted that purchase at all.
Wait, do you know that it resets when it becomes a full release?
I know.
Oh.
But you know what? It's all right. I'll get to play it all over again, and I'm sure
Very
there'll be
true.
out there new. Right now, there's only one ship, so I think we had these gents on here, or this. Who was that? Was it Mike? Yeah,
it was Michael. Yes.
Yeah, back on here a few weeks ago. Yeah, there's going to be a few more ships and a lot more content that they're working on. So
Did you fly into the black hole?
I did, purposely, just to see what would happen.
Did you die?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. The black holes in Elite Dangerous are just terrifying.
Actually, I think I saw a video somewhere of that. Isn't it when you start getting close to it, or when you're going through it, it's screwing up your ship in some degree?
When you get close, they've put into the game what's called gravitational lensing, and this is only going to really be exciting to people who are astronomy nerds like me. But basically, okay, how can I explain this to you? A black hole, the gravity is so strong that it sucks in everything. There is no escaping from a black hole once you go into it. So it even sucks in light. So hold on, bear with me. So when you look at a black hole, you can't actually see it because it's like bending light and reality by pulling it into itself. And it basically, if you were to look directly at a black hole,
some viewers,
it would look like a big lens. So when you get close in Elite Dangerous, when you get close, you can see basically behind you is in front of you, and in front of you is behind you, and it creates this really crazy visual effect, and it's really cool, and it's terrifying as well.
I'm only kidding. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's like I actually have a couple of GIFs that I've recorded of me flying like nearby one, not into one because I don't wish to die, but they're pretty crazy, and it's like a really cool graphic effect.
Well, since you're talking, what have you been playing this week?
I have been playing three things. I have been playing Forza, obviously, and I have been decimating you, Ross, and also Mikey. Run at me. And I have been playing a little bit of Plants vs Zombies: Garden Warfare 2. My girlfriend in split screen, and it basically just ruined my day because the AI bots are terrible and we got stomped, and you know that I hate my teammates feeling. And when they're not real people, you can't even send them abusive messages.
Can you play online in split screen?
No.
I thought
it's
you
awful.
could. Oh.
And finally, the game I've been spending the most time with is actually not an Xbox game at all. I've been playing Paper Mario Color Splash.
Ooh. How's that?
It's awesome.
Why does that not surprise me? Has there ever been a bad Mario game?
Well, a lot of people didn't like the last Paper Mario game, Sticker Star. And this game is similar, but different enough to be good. It's gorgeous. It is probably the best-looking game on the Wii U. I mean, Mario Kart 8 and Yoshi's Woolly World, I think, are the top 2 and 3 if you include Paper Mario for best-looking games on the Wii U. It's just gorgeous. Like, absolutely everything in the game is made of paper or cardboard or whatever, and like it's like it's so detailed. Like when there's like wind, everything sort of like wobbles, like because it's made of paper. Like it's really fully realized, and it's full of charm, and it's got amazing music, and it's actually really, really funny. Like the writing, the jokes don't always translate over properly, obviously, but there's quite a lot of funny jokes, and like I don't mean just like jokes like you would expect from a Nintendo game, but like I've seen jokes about gun control, and I've seen jokes about references to the Psycho film, for example, and I've seen gay jokes, and I've seen it's actually quite risque at times, and it's really fun. I recommend it. It's probably one of the best games I have ever played, actually.
Wow. Bold statement.
Yeah. On the week that Gears came out.
Yeah, well, I haven't played Gears yet, so I can throw it in the garbage next week. But no, it's just really fun. It's just charming, and I have absolutely nothing negative to say about it. Like you play it and you smile. It's just one of those. It gives you that Nintendo feel, if you know what I mean.
Well, why don't we swiftly move on and find out what's been happening in the subreddit this week?
Let's do that.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast. This week in the subreddit.
Right, so first of all, I'm going to get things started with user Leicester fan since 2016, which is quite a smart username. When you look at the number of benefits from a service like Amazon Prime, Microsoft has no excuse for not adding Groove Music to an Xbox Live subscription. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on that. Do you use Groove Music? You know, would you pay more to your Xbox Live subscription to include it?
No.
I'm going to say a swear word. It's only a swear word in the UK, but I think that's bollocks.
Right, okay. Why?
Well, I mean, so Son has something like 60 million customers, first up, so they can afford to take a loss. But of course, Microsoft also has infinite money. But more importantly, you get 4 games every month.
Right.
That's potentially like in Finland, games are really expensive. I I'm talking like there could be 200 euros worth of value here for me every month.
Yeah, I get you.
Plus, keep in mind, Amazon's service is what? It's like $100 a month. Xbox Live is what?
It's not
40
$100 a month,
isn't it? Amazon Prime is like $100. Not a month. Sorry, annually. Annually, Amazon Prime is like $100, and then for Xbox Live, it's like $40 a year, $50 a year. I don't know.
Never paid that
I've
much.
never paid that much.
I paid $22 for a year. I bought it in February.
Oh yeah, you can get some really good. By the way, people, don't pay full price for that.
No,
go hunting
not.
around. Go hunting around.
Likely.
Because I am. Yeah, exactly. Constantly getting those. I think $30, 35 might be the most that I've ever paid for that. So,
but I mean, it would be nice, no doubt. Especially because the PlayStation 4 is so closely tied to Spotify nowadays.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, that Groove service alone, that service costs, I think it was
$199
No.
a month.
Yeah, $99 a month. So that's what, 120. My math is very bad. So, but 120 a year for streaming music.
See, the thing is I got a 14-day trial there with Forza. So you hit a point in Forza and it says, would you like a 14-day trial of Groove Music? And I go,
Oh, really?
okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does. It's like it even says in the pop-up like no strings attached. Here's 14 days. Off you go.
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
that
so
is
you
some
can
crazy
then-
nice integration. I had no idea that was in there. to
And
be
then
honest.
you make a playlist of all your favourite tracks, and then you just start playing it, and you never change radio stations again.
Whoa.
No. What you do is actually you pick that classical music station and you only listen to that continuously throughout the whole thing.
Okay, is that because so in the game there's a bit where it says where you get double points, and the classical songs are that long?
Yes, and also because when a race opens to like Flight of the Valkyries or something, it's probably the most epic stuff you've ever imagined.
Very nice.
Probably very true.
I honestly didn't know that was in there and that well integrated. That's a pretty cool.
What do you get for Amazon Prime? You get
A
music?
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you do get a lot now. So you're getting Amazon Instant Video.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They included
You
video
get
in
the
there.
Next
Books?
day free unlimited. No, not free, but unlimited next day delivery. You now get Twitch Premium.
Yep. Premium. There's audio. I believe there's audiobooks on there. There's definitely
Audible.
See-
ebooks that you have at your disposal.
Things only affect like half a dozen countries, though. Like, for example, me in Finland, I can't get any of that. I can't get Amazon next day delivery. I can't even get Amazon Prime.
UK's slowly like catching up in the States because we can now order stuff and have it delivered on the same day.
No, we can't do that. I can order from Amazon, but I have to order it from the UK and have it shipped to Finland. Or I can order from Amazon Germany.
Yeah.
There's only 2 places in Europe that has Amazon, Germany and the UK.
I'm very lucky because I have an Amazon base not too far from me, so I never wait that long.
So sorry. So getting back on subject.
Yes.
We are on subject.
So, yeah, I know we are. We are. So
I want this to happen. I would like this to happen solely based upon my experiences the last week in Forza before I played Gears, and that was because I made a really, really good playlist. I'm really enjoying listening to it, and I'm playing games. There's nothing better than listening to Joy Division when you're driving about Australia. Maybe that's why I sounded so solemn when I came on. But that, to me, for the background music, would be fantastic.
Would you pick it up if they... I don't think that they would offer that for free, like Amazon's doing. Right. But if they gave you a discount, maybe it was $5 a month, would you potentially pick that up?
I do, because I already pay about that for another music streaming service, so I would just move it across.
Spotify.
No, it's not. It's a company called Deezer in the UK.
See, I would not, because I use Spotify, and Spotify has the best selection of heavy metal music of any of these streamers.
I'm sorry, but Spotify has the best selection of Coldplay. I honestly don't. I don't listen to that. I might have a few Coldplay songs in my Spotify list, but that's about it.
So I'm guessing that we would all like it, but none of us thinks it will ever happen.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's just not. It's not business smart, is it really? Like, I mean, and it's not. Well, the thing that I have issue with is the fact that they're saying Microsoft has no excuse, but Amazon doesn't give you 4 video games every month.
Right. That's very
true. £2 off a pre-order.
The only thing I could see as a big win for them by doing this is that they could now start saying however many people are playing Xbox Live or using Xbox Live Gold memberships can now tout that Groove has, I don't know, however many millions of users versus whatever it's at today. Mm. It could exponentially
people
grow.
Like me that would consider moving across. Like, surely that's got to be a dollar sign somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, that would sway me from paying money to Spotify or someone else if it was integrated in, or more affordably integrated in, I should say.
yeah, like so gold and then gold platinum or something. I don't know. You can't say platinum, you can't say plus. What are you going to call it?
Let's not encourage them.
Let's move on. Clay, take the next topic.
Yeah, so this topic actually blew up over the last day or so. This is all around 4K gaming, and it was brought to us by user YP261. Very interesting username. Would love to know what that is related to. But the topic really was, why are console producers trying to achieve 4K gaming when they couldn't even get a stable 60 frames per second 1080p, which for me is what I want, and with what I can stick for a long time. I don't know what that
YP261 needs a little bit of grammar assistance there, but I think we all understood what he was trying to say.
Yeah,
right?
So it's really, why are we bothering with 4K gaming when we can't even do 1080 at 60 frames per second? So, I mean, would you want to know y'all's opinion on 4K 4K gaming in general, and would you prefer 4K? Would you prefer 1080 60 frames per second? Ross, take it away, my friend.
I alluded earlier that I was half blind, so you can definitely tell the difference of 4K, and developers are always going to be pushing for the highest benchmark that they can. Yes, they never quite got there with the 60 and 1080, but why would they not push for this technology that is being embraced, that the machines are made for? Why would they not try and hit that benchmark instead of doing something that essentially already exists?
Mm. Well, see, I feel the opposite. I don't really care much about the resolution, especially because I'm a PC gamer occasionally, and whenever I have a PC game and I want to get the most performance out of it, before I turn down effects and all the fancy stuff that makes the game look good, I will always lower the resolution, because I would rather have a slightly lower resolution and all these amazing particle effects and whatnot, and a stable frame rate. But that's just me, of course. But I mean, it depends really. I mean, is 60 frames per second, is it not actually that important to me?
Yeah, me either.
I have never had a problem playing games at 30.
Like, first-person shooters, I can understand.
Even then.
Why they want these 60 frames, but the rest of the games, I'm alright with 30.
I mean,
I'm not sure I really notice it. So
if I think of some of my favorite games, even games in first person, almost all of them have been 30. I mean, GoldenEye ran at like 4. But
on a good day.
Yeah, but that was in 4-player split screen. It was like watching a slideshow. Like even this generation, like Alien Isolation, that was 30. Absolutely amazing game. I did not once think, gee, this game would be great if it was a little bit if a little bit smoother, or if the resolution was higher, or I was like, this game is incredible. So I mean, it's resolution and frame rates do not a good game make. But at the same time, if you're playing a game that requires like pinpoint accuracy, like a fighting game, then I think you need 60. But that's more technical than.
I think I'm in agreement with one of the users on the subreddit. Was it Main Event had posted saying that 4K is really just a big marketing buzzword at the moment. So tying your console's able to do 4K. My game can now do 4K. All the TVs, people, the TV industry is trying to again push. The big push at the moment is 4K support so that they can sell more TVs. So that if I buy a 4K TV, I can justify why I purchased that. Now I can run off and play games that are in 4K. I'm all for it. I think it's great, but I do like the fact that it's not going to be a requirement on developers that they have to produce 4K games with Scorpio coming out in the very near future. I would absolutely love to check out Gears or Forza on an HDR TV at the moment that I can't afford, but
preach, brother.
But I would love to be able to check it out just to see what it looks like, or even if what would be great is to have a side-by-side comparison of two TVs, one with it on, one with it off. I mean, I've seen screenshots that people have posted. I just feel like it just doesn't give it justice.
That's the funny thing is, if someone takes a screenshot and they send it to you, you can't even see it because you're not looking on an HDR TV screen. So it's pointless. Like someone's like, "Here is what Forza looks like with HDR," and you're looking like, "What?" Because you don't have it. And that's actually the same with 4K. If they force the games into 4K res, then they're going to be downsampled for anyone who has a 720p or 1080p TV.
Yeah.
But
I worry about file sizes.
Oh, ouch! Yeah, no, 4K textures.
Let's not talk about that. Oh,
because I mean, that's
already. How big was Gears? I just downloaded Gears in anticipation of it coming out. Was that 80? No, that could have been 80 gigs. Was it?
Just today, on the top of the subreddit, Activision has confirmed a 130 gigabyte hard drive requirement for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Mental.
Yep.
Wait, what?
GTA and Halo must be about that by now, though.
Yeah, probably.
But they were in chunks, though. Continually in chunks that were being released.
But that's two games.
But I do think. I do think though that 4K is a buzzword now that I think about it. I mean, how many of you can even name, say off the top of your head, how many pixels are in 4K?
4K?
I can tell you, 4,096 by 2160.
Yeah. I was like 4K?
And what does that mean to anyone? I mean, ask a regular person how many pixels are in 1080p. Ask them what the P stands for in 1080p or the I in 1080i. They don't know, and they don't care. They just want the most. They want the TV with the bigger numbers than their neighbor.
Oh yeah, no, it's true. It's always been that though. It's always
exactly.
That. But
So
as I said, the thing for me that worries me is bandwidth and file sizes going up to 4K are going to rocket.
you're gonna need like a couple of terabytes for 4K textures.
We're gonna need to go back to 2 discs.
You guys remember? You guys remember that amazing looking game made by id Software last gen called Rage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rage used a really interesting technique to look so amazing, something called mega textures, where they basically just cover the entire landscape in a single image. And the file sizes for those were gigantic. And that was for like 1080p. Can you imagine that technique done in 4K?
Yeah. It just scares me how long it would take to download for some people's connections. It just really does, like, and that is one of my considerations about this. Do I really want everything to go up to 4K? Yes, I want everything to look as good as possible, but I don't want it to run worse, as you've mentioned, Rhys, and I don't want to be sitting downloading for 2 weeks so that I can play a game. Yeah. So there's got to be a trade-off somewhere.
This is that, I think, Rosh, you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, that's people are wanting, and a lot of people, I think you guys are primarily digital only games. And for me, I like that Activision Call of Duty game. I don't want to sit there and download 130 gigs. That's take me like 2 days to download, if not longer.
What is your internet?
Not that great. Okay. Not that great. So, I mean, it's okay. It gets me by. But this whole thing reminds me of we already saw this. This already came. It already went, and it was called 3D TV. And I was all about it. What was that? 5 years ago? 6 years ago? I was all excited about gaming in 3D, and then meh.
Well, I think 4K will become the new standard. It's just going to take a long time.
The prices are already dropping on the TV.
Yeah. I mean,
they are.
That's
true.
I have just if you just think like 1080p LED TVs were brand new like 7 years ago, 6-7 years ago, and now you can buy them in a junk bin. So in another 5 years, I think basically almost everyone will have at least a 4K compatible TV.
I'm amazed. On the weekends, we'll run out to Walmart or something like that, or one of these stores out here, and walking by the TV section, and they have these huge TVs. It's like $300, $400, $500. I'm going, what? How much did I pay for my TV 5 years ago?
I would love to see a Walmart one day.
You don't.
I hear so much about these things.
It's hit or miss at times. Really, really good fried chicken. Surprisingly,
they make food.
They do at some WalMarts.
Good lord!
Really? Well,
we have food here at IKEA. IKEA.
Oh yeah, you do.
Meatballs.
Yeah, meatballs are great there.
You guys like them?
Oh yeah. Heck yeah! Not when they're made out of horses or anything like that.
They're like notoriously awful.
They're just really good. I bought frozen bags of them before to make it home.
Holy crap!
And they sell dime cakes.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. My favourite thing.
Okay, so you guys are like taking the family to IKEA for dinner.
Yeah.
Shopping and dinner. Yeah. Love me some IKEA.
So, Rhys, what else has been happening in the subreddit this week?
Besides those Swedish meatballs.
Dude. One particular topic on the subreddit this week, was user King Roth. Okay. Who asks, does anyone else feel that the concept of buying and opening RNG packs for clay that's random number generated packs or crates to give you random items reduces the overall quality of said game? In other words, are you a member of the Church of RNGesus?
What?
Yeah.
RNGesus.
Yeah. No.
He is to whom you pray when you open your...
Yes. Come on, give me a pink camo skin, and
I'm involved in the worst one of them at all.
Oh no, what's that? FIFA?
FIFA.
Oh,
That's how my live account was hacked, by the way.
Your live account was hacked?
Many years ago. Not many years ago, maybe 4 years ago. By the way, put in two-factor authentication. I can't remember what if you don't have that, take 5 minutes and go and do that at your account. It'll save you a lot of grief. Yeah, someone I think was playing Mass Effect and they had that in there, and somehow I'm not sure entirely how that all got synced up, but was on there buying EA FIFA packs with my account, and all of a sudden my bank called me and was like, you've got a few $100s in charges over the last few minutes. Is this legit? We've put a hold on your card. I was going, no, that's not mine. Cancel that.
Wow. Right,
yeah.
Okay. So I have apologised quite a lot to you about that, Clay, and I'm still paying you back. But anyway,
I was wondering where that was going to.
But no, what I will. Okay, I'll admit it. I've bought packs.
Well, that's not something you should be ashamed of.
But no, is it to me? It's what kind of packs is it? Is it what? Right. Is it skins? Is it?
No, this is different. So I bought packs. I'm going to give you the few things that I have actually paid cash money for. Okay. So first of all, FIFA. They've got an Ultimate Team mode where you're opening up packs of cards that have players for your team. And you put together the best team that you can, and there is extremely rare players like Ronaldo and Messi and all the rest of it, and you're trying to build the best team that you can, so you're selling the cards you don't want and buying packs and trying to save up. There's a transfer market where you can buy other people's cards, things like that. So that's what I've done in the past. I've not spent fortunes on it or anything else, but I get a lot out of that game because I play with my friends and I play online quite a lot, so I don't mind now and again thinking I could do with a new striker. I might throw some money down. Okay,
it's not so bad.
Yep. Next one, Rocket League, and that's solely because I wanted to give Rocket League money. Purely cosmetic. So I bought 5 keys for $3.99. So nice. I could unlock some crates to get some cosmetic items. And I did get a duplicate, and I did feel a bit aggrieved about that. But I look quite cool in my car. I'm quite happy with the car that I've got now, so I probably won't throw down any more for a couple of months, maybe.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but Gears has it, I'm afraid.
I mean, Gears 3 actually basically was the very first game on console to feature cosmetic microtransactions.
Oh yeah, with all the skins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind any of that. Like if you want to, like in Rainbow Six Siege, there is a ton of those where you can buy different masks or hats or whatever the variants are there, or weapon camo skins.
Yeah.
I make those, sell those all day long. Just allow me to grind away and be able to also purchase those by grinding away at credits versus having to buy these packs or crates.
Yeah. The moment in Gears that they put a weapon behind that paywall, people would have been up in arms. People don't like this as it is, from what I can tell from the subreddit, but it doesn't particularly bother me as much.
As long as it doesn't impact anything. It doesn't impact the gameplay.
I mean,
it's the difference from 3. So from 3 you unlock characters.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the actual question, he says that the existence of any kind of opening of RNG packs or crates that give you random items reduces the overall quality of the game, and he does not specify whether or not these crates have to be paid for.
It's true.
So basically, the existence of random number crates or packs or decks of cards, does that inherently decrease the quality of a game? To that I say no.
No, I don't think it does. I think
especially if you like download and play one of the Magic the Gathering games or Hearthstone, then you're in for a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, and look at the whole free-to-play model. I think the thing is people feel aggrieved that they've paid money for a game and this is still in it, and it's a valid point. Obviously, it's a great revenue stream for companies.
Right.
No one's going to argue with that. It's a different type of DLC. But, there is people who do not care how their car in Rocket League looks, or what character they are in Gears. You know, they're not too bothered with what weapon skin they have. And then there's others that want that and are willing to pay for it or are willing to grind for it, as Clay mentioned. So, you know, it is different to Gears 3 that if you completed the campaign, you unlocked this, and when you got to this level, you unlocked that. You know, they are all in crates now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, the thing is, like, the counter argument for this is, I mean, I don't. There's good DLC and there's bad DLC, and we all know the difference between that. I mean, especially like Clay was saying, and like you're saying now, that you should always be able to unlock the stuff by playing the game because you paid $60, but at the same time, games have not increased in price since in 20 years.
A long time,
and
they've always been the same.
And the economy has changed, and games are online now, and games require updates and maintenance and you know, I've seen plenty of the back end. I almost said the backside of game development. It feels like the backside, and you know, people need money. These things are not free. Even your leader, like even if a game just has like leaderboards, that's on a server that costs money.
For sure.
It's not free. So how do you balance that?
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen someone like Activision and the Call of Duty series go to almost a subscription based version for their
try
games.
That with the Elite?
Did they try that?
I know EA were doing it with FIFA as well. There was another thing as well. These systems didn't to work out. EA Access is the first sort of subscription service that I've seen.
EA Access is so good.
It is very good. And there's more. By the way, that should have been a topic for today's show as well. There is Star Wars Battlefront is coming as well as Mirror's Edge Catalyst is coming.
What? Is Mirror's Edge Catalyst coming?
Yes, indeed. And then there was, I think, a few other games, maybe 360 titles that were coming.
Well, there was. They put in a few sort of 360 titles here already under the ready to install list. But you know what really annoys me is I bought Catalyst. I bought UFC 2.
I
bought Catalyst. I don't regret that. I don't mind giving developers my money.
I wanted to play games at that time, so no, I'm not complaining really. You know, I just feel as if I'm like,
At the same time, I played the 10-hour trial of Battlefront, and I was like, yeah, that's enough. That was fun, but that's not for me.
That is exactly what I did.
Now it's like, it's coming to EA Access. I could put in another couple of hours, I suppose.
Exactly. I'll play the other one map that's available for the game.
You know, it's funny. I pay for this service, so clearly I'm receiving the product that I have paid for. At the same time, I still feel a bit naughty just playing it only on EA Access. I don't know why.
I'm sure they must. They're getting the original team's getting something from that. I would hope.
Oh, they must be. Yeah, like there's no way that they're not. But you know, going on the topics, and EA with all the different EA games, Madden's got Ultimate Team. I'm sure NBA Live has Ultimate Team. You know, EA has been doing this for years.
Don't know what's up.
They know, you know, how to make money post the actual sale of the game, and they've been doing it for a very, very long time. And the gaming market is totally changing with more free to play. We're seeing it on consoles now, more free to play games. We're being asked to put our hands in our pocket now and again at smaller amounts, as well as saving up for our big AAA releases. And I welcome different ways to play games. And I've been playing some Star Trek Online. I haven't put my hand in my pocket once of that game, and I feel as if I'm quite enjoying it. In the same token, I just put £80 into Gears of War for Ultimate Edition.
I was about to say, what? How?
Yeah.
But you know, I was always going to do that. Me without a season pass in Gears just wouldn't happen with it. So, you know, it's giving people options and choices. And one example of this, and I keep on going back to it, but is Rocket League, who actually have an option that you can click and you'll never see anything about keys or crates in the game.
Oh, that's a very nice feature. especially for the parents out there that maybe don't want their kids
Exactly. Yeah.
jumping all over that. Very cool.
And and that's exactly it. I know a lot of people that buy FIFA just because they play Ultimate Team. They don't play anything else. They just play Ultimate Team. I'm sure there's a lot of other games that are doing that. Gears will take a little bit of time to get used to because it's so different from Gears 3. But you've got to have faith in the developer. The developer wants to make some money. No one's going to argue with that. And also, if they're going to keep on adding content, then this makes it worthwhile as well.
That sounds like a perfectly reasonable argument to me.
Yeah, why not?
So,
but
as the winner of that argument, would you like to have the honor of reading out our last topic?
Yep. So rare achievements have rolled out, and it was posted by Major Nelson. We've not had Major on in a while. We need to get Major back on again.
We do need to get Larry back in here. The last time he was in here, we were shouting abuse and booing him.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And that might have been why he didn't have much time for me at Gamescom. Now that I think
Probably.
We've introduced, or weave? What?
We weave the weave.
We weave. They have introduced rare achievements. I've just unlocked about 20 of them in Gears because no one had it in day one. But
I'm jealous.
It's like a very, very satisfying sound. You get a little diamond.
Can you,
in fact,
Ross? You'll have to
play
edit
the
that
sound
in.
right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's just play the sound right now. How satisfying is that?
Whoosh. It has like a nice whoosh.
It does.
It's a very satisfying sound. I like it.
They do an awesome job on those.
I've been a part of the preview program, or I have been a part of the preview program since its inception. But I noticed them a little while ago. But it isn't until recently that they've had their awesome sound and achievement animation and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's about time because the PlayStation has had that, and lots of web pages have had that, and people have been asking for it since forever. But the funny thing is, now that we have it, suddenly everyone who was asking for it is now complaining about it because apparently not enough people earn achievements. So the Master Chief Collection, I saw this, and apparently it's to do with the Master Chief Collection. Just bear with me here. I'm going to scroll down, and okay, so search is not working on the subreddit. Great, thanks. Basically, like 80% of the achievements for the Halo Master Chief Collection are rare achievements.
All right.
Yeah.
So is it just because they're so difficult to get, I think?
Well, I could be savage and say about the amount of people who bought the game and returned it, but they got very many. Some people weren't actually even able to play it. But also, the thing is, a lot of people bought the Master Chief Collection for multiplayer, and there's so many achievements tied to the campaigns.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
So that's what I would guess.
One of the real satisfying moment for me was when I got that sound and it said, Gears 4, finish the campaign in co-op, and it was 1%.
That's not bad. And it's probably less than 1%, to be honest, because that's the lowest figure it goes to.
And that felt great, because I'll probably never get that again. But, that way, that really did feel more than just a general achievement, and, it worked. So, kudos to them.
It's such a nice... Either of these are such a smooth sounding. I don't know. It seems iconic when you.
Yeah, it's a great achievement for them.
Right.
I see what you did there. I haven't actually unlocked one in game yet. Like I've got ones that are rare, but I haven't unlocked a rare one. So I'm looking forward to the first time. It'll be an interesting surprise. But the question I have for you now is, what else do you think we could have? We could have for achievements, because like the PlayStation has achievement rarity in grades. They've got bronze, silver, gold, and they also have the platinum for 100%ing a game. What do you think would be something that you would like to see done with achievements?
I want a badge for 100% in a game. I want something.
Yeah.
Because we have this. I can't even remember what it's called because no one ever uses it. But that screen where your display case where you can put certain achievements and stuff.
We have a display case?
It's like on your profile.
Showcase.
Showcase. Thank you. Showcase. So wouldn't it be cool if you could, like, you got 100% stuck to your showcase?
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like how many 100% you have. You've unlocked every achievement in the game. That would be fantastic, and it shows what games. You could probably tell what type of gamer you are, but what games you've done that with.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would really like to see that. It's one thing I'm jealous of, and our cousins over at PlayStation, that they can actually have that. They're platinum trophies, and they discuss how many platinums they have each, and I feel as if we are missing out on something with that.
You know what I think the only game I've ever got 100% completion with achievements on is? Viva Pinata.
Really?
Far Cry 4 for me. Far Cry 4.
What do you mean,
No.
really? Viva Pinata, man.
No, I mean
regret.
it's the only game that you've 100%. There's got to be a handful of games that I've 100% in.
I think so. I'm not an achievement hunter, though. I never claimed to be.
I was
I
on
don't
360.
like busy work.
360 days. I was kind of obsessed with
Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Oh no, not that one.
No,
that's a cheapo Airbender.
Yeah, Airbender. That's what I was gonna say.
So, no interview for you this week, guys. But can I just point out how good is that Gears theme looking? Make sure you run the Konami code not once, but twice for a nice little surprise. But I've been your host, Ross, and for another week, Clay.
Xbox, turn off.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit.
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit. And I am joined by everyone's favourite uncle. It's Clay Parker, aka...
Wait, who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you? Yeah.
You didn't introduce yourself.
Yeah.
What?
By the way, we're here with Ross Miller.
Okay, let's start that again.
Everyone's creepy uncle. Everyone's favorite creepy uncle. I already screwed that one up, so we got that going for us. Who else is with us today, Ross?
We'll start that again, I think.
No! Let's keep rolling, man. This is what makes it fun.
No.
Yeah!
Oh, that's good for
that's
the
out,
end.
wait. That's outtake sorted.
No, this is
Guys, before we go, I just want to say we're talking Forza earlier, and I have created an Xbox One Party Chat group because the Reddit group is already full.
No, it's not.
So if you listen to this podcast and you want to be part of a group, come and join X1PC and we'll play some Forza together.
Good.
I'm sorry, it's not full.
It's got 1,000 members, that's it full.
No, that's just the general Reddit's one. We have one of our own.
And by the way, Ross, I also created a group that you're invited to, an admin, and that I think is the Party Chat group. Correct? I'm there.
Oh,
I think you and Rhys are admins, and
We're like the only two people in the group.
there's like 20 people in there.
All right.